Guys, it's Prof.Chipboard here. I'm bringing my week 3 Teambuilder versus Dadahabib. If he gets online imminently, I might even live come against him. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so here we have, first things first, we have our Mega Agron. I should go for his team first. GPL, tiering. Apologies, this is not particularly prepared. I just decided to record it now. Yeah. Dadahabib has Clefable as Elf, Haxorus, Regiseal, Sandslash, Meowstic, Megalopony, Volcanion, Alomomoa, Golbat and Gorgeist. As you can see, his only hazard removal is between Golbat and Sandslash. So if he does try and bring hazard removal, I can really capitalise and activate a pretty sort of poor offensively, even Sandslash, because you need to unlock defense for it to even consider taking a hit well. On the special side, it does not deal well with any kind of move, even if it is AV. But yeah, obviously big offensive threats there are the Megalopony, the Haxorus from the Azelf. He's got some good wolves like Golbat, Alomomoa, and Volcanion, obviously I missed out. He's got the Alomomoa, the Golbat, the Regiseal, the Clefable's wolves. Now these are quite vulnerable to set up, particularly if he brings Clefable, and it means you potentially have to run unaware, which means you can toxicate and other stuff, take it out. So here's the team I've prepared. So first things first, I've got Mega Agron here. Fizz Death this week, so that it can take 2 adamant high jump kits quite easily from a Megalopony, and Oko back with a superpower. Obviously you can't switch in until it's Mega Evolved, but we'll see how this goes. Oh, that needs to be a regular Agron. So we had Superpower, Avalanche for the Haxorus, which it also takes on quite well. Heavy Slam is for Stab, dealing with Clefable, and I believe it was Toxic. Again, just for something like the Alomomoa, so that it can take on a little bit better. 136 plus. Yep, there we go. But yeah, when it Mega Evolves, it sort of takes any sort of hit there is. Oko's back with Superpower, and Avalanche does well, and Heavy Slam, it's just bulky, does really well. Now one thing you might have noticed, looking at his team, he only has one electric immunity, and that is the Sandslash, which is not particularly good. So Zapdos really puts it to work. Additionally, puts in a lot of work. What was I? He puts in a lot of work against his team. Basically, if you look, he's got no resistances to find him apart from the Sandslash, and Sandslash is really not that specially bulky, so it won't appreciate taking 2 HP flying at all. The reason I'm running this is the eval is because it means T-Bolt basically kills Volk. HP flying kills Lopunny in 1. And it just does an absolute number to his walls. Like Alomomoa, Golbat do not want to take a T-Bolt. Regiseal does not want to take a T-Bolt into a Heat Wave. Gorgeist does not want to take a Heat Wave or HP flying. Haxorus doesn't really want to take. Oh, sorry, wrong page. Haxorus doesn't really want to take HP flyings either. And the static there is because I wanted recovery on this because this just does a number on his team, and therefore I thought it was kind of worth sacrificing the defog for Roost, and therefore also the power chance on the Megalopony. This can take a hit from it. It can't switch in reliably, but you know we'll live with that. Next we have Phantom Limb by Tornadus Eye. And that is here to basically sweep, and it's here because it set up on a lot of his walls, Acro for superpower means I can hit everything neutrally on his team. Salicberry means I outspeed. Salicberry and Miss Speed Investment. This speed investment is to outspeed the Megalopony at -1, or if I'm at +1. The Monarch speed investment is to outspeed. Oh no, sorry, no. This is speed investment is to outspeed the Lopunny at +1. This speed investment is to outspeed Adam and max speed Haxorus. I don't think he's going to bring Jolly because I have a lot of base 100 speed ones, but I didn't really want the amount I'd have to change it to a Jolly nature, and I kind of lose out on a lot of wall breaking potential, particularly with the Ready Steel, because that means I don't 2-hit KO at +1, I think, with superpower. The reason I've got superpower, despite the stat drops, I do have bulk up to deal with that kind of, and it really makes a big difference when I'm hitting the Ready Steel, because it means I can come in when it's at about 50% and have a chance to take it out. But I'll have to double check my calcs on that. Next we have, basically the idea is bulk up Acro. I can set up in the Megalopony's face with pranks and subs, bulk ups. I can also set up on the Yellow Maloa because the Scold won't break my sub. I was going to run a bulkier set, but I decided I need to outrun that Haxorus. It would be nice to outrun Haxorus, and it's unlikely that his Yellow Maloa is going to be high ice speed anyway, so I will be alright without. Next we have Mesmerit here, Dr. Orpheus, with Stealth Rock, T-Wave, T-Wave is then up Lopunny, Psychic Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball is because in case he runs with lead as Elf, and basically this really takes it on, because it doesn't, unless he's also running Shadow Ball, this will mean that I will beat it, especially because I'm so bulky in defence, and it's just fair because as Elf could be quite potentially difficult for me, and I don't really want to have to lead on. It's potentially difficult for me, particularly when I'm not running Spadef. Aggron means I'm going to have a lot of difficulty switching into it, because especially if it gets side shocked for White Wow. So it's fair basically to deal with the Aggron, to deal with the Azelf. If he doesn't bring Azelf, then it's basically a sack or whatever. Slash a secondary thing which should switch into the Lopunny, and T-Wave the what's his name? T-Wave Haxorus as well. So I mean, it just does a reasonable job. Psychic will 2-hit KO Lopunny. T-Wave will cripple it. Shadow Ball 2-hit KOs the Azelf. Particularly as you probably try and taunt me to prevent rocks from coming up, because rocks really hamper his Volcanion. I'll skip this. Speaking of Volcanion, this is going to be my switch into it. It's AV, it will take any hit from the Volcanion quite easily, really. Even like a HP Ice doesn't do more than about 40%. GUI is there because in case the Lopunny comes in, I can just sack this on my Lopunny to ensure that I outspeed and kill it with something else. Flamethrower, T-Bolt. Flamethrower is for so I can 4-hit KO Ready Steel. T-Bolt is because his team really doesn't like electric type moves, and it's for Volcanion. Draco is just for general stab in case I can get Haxorus on the switch or something like that. And Sludge Wave is to take on the Clef. It 2-hit KOs. I should outspeed Clef as well, and he's got a lot of speed investment, so generally it's just sort of quite a bulky mon and will be difficult to take on. Now, I was at one point going to run a bulkier Heart Swap Malifaux, partly Heart Swap in case he had Calm Mind on Clef, but Clef doesn't have the best matchups against me. I do have a lot of things with coverage for it. And instead I've brought Tailglide 3 attacks, because the bulkier one was only really because it switched in a bit better on Volcanion, but I don't see him being able to get it in for free too many times, particularly because of if I can get rocks up, and it will get worn down. I have a lot of things, I have 3 things which can take it on pretty well. Ancient Power is there, so that when I get Tailglide I OHKO it. Ice Beams for Haxorus, and Skull is for basically everything else on his team. I think I hit everything neutrally with that. If there is something which I'm missing, it probably No. Oh yeah, no, I do hit everything neutrally. Alomaloa kind of stops me a bit, but again, I have Zapdos for Alomaloa, I have Toxic on my Agron for that, and Alomaloa is set up on a 4 Vital 9. Yeah, so I will pause this here and get back to you when the battle starts.